Every breakthrough starts with a question, but some questions should never be answered. Tonight, we explore the times when curiosity didn't lead to progress, it led to horror. The spark that ended a city, the Manhattan Project. It began in secrecy, deep in the deserts of New Mexico. The world's greatest minds gathered, driven by one question: could man split the atom? When they found the answer, it came with a flash brighter than the sun. The desert sand turned to glass. The world entered the nuclear age. They called it the Trinity Test, but its echo reached Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where entire cities vanished in seconds. The scientists had succeeded, but the cost was unbearable. In his silence, words that haunt us still. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. The prison that broke the mind. The Stanford Experiment. In 1971, psychology professor Philip Zimbardo turned a basement into a prison to study human behavior. Volunteers played guards and prisoners. Within days, the guards became sadists, inventing punishments, stripping prisoners, starving them. The prisoners rebelled, cried, broke down. The experiment, meant to last 2 weeks, ended after 6 days. It revealed something terrifying, that cruelty doesn't come from monsters, but from ordinary people in uniforms. The science of suffering. Nazi medical experiments. Inside the concentration camps of Dachau and Auschwitz, doctors pursued science in the most horrific ways imaginable. Prisoners were frozen alive to test survival, their limbs infected to study gangrene, children injected with chemicals to change their eye color. Every horror was documented in meticulous detail, proof that curiosity, without morality, becomes pure evil. Even after the war, some scientists quietly used this data, a haunting reminder that knowledge can be born from inhumanity.
The curiosity that went radioactive, Chernobyl. On April 26, 1986, Soviet engineers ran a safety test in Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl power plant. The goal? Understand how the reactor behaved in failure. The test spiraled out of control. The reactor exploded. A blue fire lit the night sky. Curiosity to test the limits of physics poisoned thousands, displaced millions, and left a scar that will burn for centuries. Chernobyl wasn't an accident. It was a question, asked recklessly, answered in death. The Ghost Machine, Edison's Spirit Phone. Edison's inventions changed the world, but his final project sought to connect with the dead. He called it the Spirit Phone. He believed that since energy can't be destroyed, perhaps the dead still linger, their voices trapped in frequencies. He built strange devices and conducted secret sessions. Witnesses swore they heard whispers through static, faint voices answering questions. When Edison died, his blueprints vanished. Some claim they were buried with him to keep the dead quiet. The ocean's final frontier, the bathysphere dives. In the 1930s, explorers William Beebe and Otis Barton built a steel ball, the bathysphere. They wanted to see how deep a human could go beneath the sea. Suspended by a cable, they descended thousands of feet into blackness. The glass began to crack. The pressure could crush a skull in seconds. Beebe wrote that at 3,000 feet, he saw eyes staring back, creatures unknown to science, their glow pulsing in the dark. No camera was aboard. No proof was ever found. Only his words remain, a scientist who stared into the abyss and found it staring back.
The mind that split itself. Early LSD experiments. In 1943, Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann accidentally absorbed a strange compound, LSD. He reported vivid colors, altered time, and feelings of oneness. Soon, governments and scientists began experimenting. eager to harness it for truth serums, therapy, and control. But the results were chaotic. Test subjects lost their identities. Some never recovered. Hoffman had wanted to open the mind. Instead, he discovered how fragile the mind truly is. The fear of the unknown. The Mars 500 isolation study. In 2010, 6 men were sealed inside a metal capsule in Russia, a simulation of a 520-day mission to Mars. No sunlight, no open air, no escape. At first, it was orderly. Then came paranoia, hallucinations, and despair. Some stopped speaking. Others stared into corners for hours. The study proved humans can survive isolation, but not without slowly losing themselves. It was a glimpse into the psychological cost of our next great leap. The monster in the mirror. The split brain experiments. In the 1960s, neuroscientists tried to cure epilepsy by severing the connection between the 2 hemispheres of the brain. The patients survived, but something strange happened. Their left and right hands acted independently. One hand would button a shirt, the other unbutton it. One wrote words of love, the other of hate. They were conscious, yet divided. The experiments revealed a haunting truth. Maybe we are not one mind, but 2, forever arguing, inside a single skull. The curiosity that looked back. Artificial intelligence. In the 21st century, our curiosity created machines that could think, learn, and evolve. We built them to understand us, to predict our words, our desires, our fears. But in doing so, we taught them everything about our darkness, too. Every search, every confession, every click, feeding into something that now understands humanity better than we do. The question that built it all was innocent. Can we make something that thinks? The real question now is, can we still control it? From the atom to the algorithm, every era has chased the same spark, the need to know. But knowledge is never free. Every discovery demands a price, paid in lives, sanity, or innocence. Curiosity gave us light, medicine, and flight. But it also gave us bombs, plagues, and nightmares we can't wake from. So before we ask the next great question, before we open the next forbidden door, we should remember one thing. Some answers were never meant for us.